One morning, Henry was feeling very sorry for himself. "I suffer dreadfully and no one cares," he said. "Rubbish, Henry," snorted James. "You don't work hard enough." Henry was bigger than James, but smaller than Gordon. Sometimes he could pull trains. Sometimes he had no strength at all. The Fat Controller spoke to him. "You are too expensive, Henry. You have had lots of new parts and new paint too, but they've done you no good. If we can't make you better, we must get another engine instead of you." This made Henry, his driver and his fireman very sad. The Fat Controller was waiting when Henry came to the platform. He had taken off his hat and coat and put on overalls. Henry managed to start, but his fireman was not happy. "Henry is a bad steamer," he told the Fat Controller. "I build up his fire, but it doesn't give enough heat." Henry tried very hard, but it was no good. He had not enough steam, and they stopped outside Edward Station. "Oh dear," thought Henry, "now I shall be sent away. Oh dear, oh dear." Henry went slowly into a siding, and Edward took charge of the train. "What do you think is wrong, fireman?" asked the Fat Controller. "Excuse me, sir," he answered, "but the coal is wrong. We've had a poor lot lately, and today it's worse. The other engines can manage. They have big fireboxes. Henry's is small and can't make the heat. With Welsh Coal, he'd be a different engine." "It's expensive," said the Fat Controller thoughtfully, "but Henry must have a fair chance. James shall go and fetch some." When the Welsh Coal came, Henry's driver and fireman were excited. "Now we'll show them, Henry, old fellow." Then Henry's fireman carefully made his fire. He put large lumps of coal like a wall around the outside of the fire. Then he covered the glowing middle part with smaller lumps. "You're spoiling my fire," complained Henry. "Wait and see," said the fireman. "We'll have a roaring fire just when we need it." He was right. When Henry reached the platform, the water was boiling nicely, and he had to let off steam to show how happy he was. "How are you, Henry?" "Pip, peep, peep," whistled Henry. "I feel fine." "Have you a good fire, driver?" "Never better, sir, and plenty of steam." "No record breaking," warned the Fat Controller, smiling. "Don't push him too hard." "Henry won't need pushing, sir. I'll have to hold him back." Henry had a lovely day. He had never felt so well in his life. He wanted to go fast, but his driver wouldn't let him. "Steady, old fellow," he would say. "There's plenty of time." They arrived early at the junction. "Where have you been, lazybones?" asked Henry when Thomas puffed in. "I can't wait for dawdling tank engines like you. Goodbye." Whoosh, said Thomas to Annie and Clarabel as Henry disappeared. Have you ever seen anything like it? Both Annie and Clarabel agreed that they never had.